how to do that. Okay, Dennis, tell us what your secret is and how you getting free ukuleles.
Well, so you just come visit people like Rich and he gives you a free ukulele. That's what it is.
Oh, you like that one?
Well, yeah, this is Rich gave me this one, well, about 3.5 weeks ago now. I actually changed out the tuners on it. Tuners was still good, but I just like these type of tuners on it. But this is just an amazing little ukulele. It's a little Bruce Wei, all mahogany, all solid mahogany, and well, it's just got one of the sweetest sounds to it. I've got, $1,200 green bird. I got a Kaweah Luna, Kamoa, a lot of more expensive brands, but as far as just the one I enjoy, as far as playing the most and enjoy its sound, this is probably my favorite. So, and I think, well, when Richie bought this one, I think it was around $120, ukulele. So we're not talking about, an extremely expensive oud, but just has a real good sound and playability to it.
Yeah, the history of that ukulele, that is like one of the first or second ukuleles I ever owned.
Oh.
And I bought that on eBay from Bruce Wei. And if you look at Bruce Wei's selections, the last time I saw it, they had turtles all over the place and all kinds of fancy stuff on it. And the ukuleles all go for $350 or $700 and stuff. But this one, he would have an auction every week. And he'd have one and you'd see people bidding on it. And I finally figured out if I bid about $115, I'd get it. And sure enough, I got it. And it came here, and it has been in competition with lots of other my ukuleles because I got so many different ones. The interesting thing to me about this one is that it's smaller, and you like the smaller type.
Well, I like bigger sound from my ukuleles. This is the smallest body of all my ouds. It's actually kind of halfway in between a soprano and a concert size, but it's still full 15-inch scale, but just a lot smaller and compact of a body. But I still get a big sound from it. And I do have ukuleles that are louder. Some of them are a lot louder. But this one, like I said, it's just got a combination of everything. You know what I mean? It just kind of all comes together. The sweetness, the loudness, and like I said, well, and also something else very different is the string spacing on this one. It's got a very narrow nut. It's only a 34 millimeter nut. The string spacing at the top is only 26 millimeters. Extremely narrow. The string spacing at the saddle is only 36 millimeters. Most ukulele nuts are 36 millimeters wide, or average anyways. But anyways, I thought that was neat that it just had such a tiny string spacing. When I got it, I thought that I wouldn't like that at all. Just such tiny string spacing. I figured I'd have an issue getting my fingers into it. But 5 minutes of playing it, I adjusted, and it's easy for me to play in all aspects. I think the small string spacing, just allows me to keep my hand balled up here, and my fingers seem to work better that way. And so like I said, I've just not had any problems with it. I've probably put 30 or 40 hours on it since you gave it to me.
Which is probably more than I put on it since I've had it for all these years. So I'm sure it is. I never played it that much, but it is a good uke, and I always liked it, and I'm glad it's found a good home. Did you change the strings?
Oh yes, I put some. We had to put some fancy strings on.
I figured so.
Which it just had the Aquila Nowgut, strings on it, and well, to be honest, I just love the sound of it with those Aquila Nowguts. I tuned it up, and man, that little thing just sounds really, really good with the Aquila Nowguts. And normally I just don't like the sound of Aquila Nowguts. Any uke, even expensive ones. Normally it just ain't a string that I like. But I just knew that I was going to love the sound of this one with some fluorocarbons. Fluorocarbons just seem to be my favorite type of string. But I've got a Pepe Romero clears. I think it's UAS1 is the number of them. And well, I mean, I think they just sound amazing. That's only the first set I put on it. But this, out of all of my collection, you know, I've got 11 ukuleles. Out of all my collection, this would be the ukulele that I tested strings on. You know what I mean? Say if I got in, you know, some new strings and I wanted to know how they sound, you know, how they played, if they was any good, it would be on this little Bruce Wei, you know, rather than, you know, one of my more expensive uks. Just like I said, you know, everything about it just comes together, and it just makes my perfect little ook. You know what I mean? So, nothing wrong with that. I always said I wouldn't be ashamed to say what I liked. Didn't matter if it was a $50 ukulele or a $5,000 ukulele. So, but now, you know, I gotta find out. Well, I mean, you know, are all the, you know, is this the best? You know what I mean? I gotta try all of them to, you know, to find out. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's, you know, I mean, this compares, you know, totally with me. You know, like I said, against ukuleles that cost seriously 10 and 20 times more.
Well, that's the deal. So check on eBay and see if they have any more of these $115 all solid mahogany.
Well, I went on Bruce's site. I'm not sure if this is something that he did for just a little while or something. A lot of things about this ukulele is not normal Bruce Wei. One thing we talk about the inlays. You know what I mean? He normally does a whole lot more extravagant looking of an ook. Also, the size. You know what I mean? I haven't, you know, looking through his ukuleles and, you know, trying to find another. I was trying to find another one of these. You know what I mean? I haven't even seen another, you know, another one just like this. You know what I mean? So I don't know really that you could get this exact ukulele. And I know Bruce. I know his designs and styles vary so much. You know what I mean? I don't know that if I don't know if I got another Bruce Wei, if I would love it as much as this. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying anything bad about Bruce Wei. I mean, it's, you know, I've got a Kawea, you know, that, you know, I don't love as much as this. You know what I mean? I've got a Greenbird that I don't love as much as this. And well, I mean, I love those. You know what I mean? They're amazing. But you know what I mean? Like I said, something about this one, you know what I mean? Maybe they sprinkle a little magic dust on it or something like that. Or maybe it's just because Rich had it. You know what I mean? I mean, well, that could be what it is. But this one is special to me. Like I said, I wanted a ukulele from Rich ever since I met him. And, well, matter of fact, I've got a couple from him, but ended up not being the size that I ended up staying with. And ever since I went back, you know, to concert, I have been wanting to get a concert ukulele from him that I really liked and enjoyed the sound of, just so it'd be something that I'd want to keep forever. So, but yeah, this is just the perfect ukulele, you know, for that. You know what I mean? It's got sentimental attachment. It's got amazing sound and playability to me. I just don't see how you could get much better.
Well, it also has a history.
Right.
Because on my YouTube channel, there's been many videos on that one. So that's how you found out a little bit of the information about it, I think, too. So it's not like it just, it was one that I bought from Caramel, say, a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
And this one has been around a long time.
Well, yeah. Well, I think the oldest video I seen was like 4.5 years.
Well, that's when I lost my channel.
Oh, okay. That's when your channel restarted. So you said you bought, this was like one of your first?
Yes, this was 2017 or 2016. So awesome. I lost my channel in 2019.
Right.
So this, I'm sure I've got videos somewhere that showing. In fact, we had a contest, Ginger and I, way back when I had, you know, just 20 ukuleles. Really? You know? And we had all these concert ukuleles, and this one won the concert part of the contest, and this won the baritone. Oddly enough, this old Kent, we decided that this one sounded best. So
she ain't tuned, so
no, it's not.
Don't tell off its sound right now.
Oh yeah, by the way, Dennis fixed my ukulele for me. He fixed the nut on this, and I do appreciate that. I did a botched job on it, and now it looks so much better. So there, Dennis, I think we're about done here. We can relax, enjoy ourselves, turn off the camera, and do something else.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for coming today, Dennis.
Thank you.
Say something I can dance to, Dennis.
Mm.
Okay, I've got to get.
I don't know if I can play that.
You just play and he'll have to dance along with it.
That's probably about as good as I can do. I don't think we're in the same tune.
You look like Billy Harmon.